Hey guys, welcome back to Primp Your Life. So for today's video, I'm going to be filming the first installment of my makeup inventory series. If you're new to my channel, I'm sorry that I'm not in the video, but I'm actually just going to be showing you the product. So I have the camera flipped around here and you can look at my pretty rug. I'm actually sitting on the floor in my bedroom. But if you're unfamiliar, recently I have been doing the KonMari method with my makeup and just going through my house, and I did a huge purge of all my makeup. I'm really trying to strive to live a more minimalistic and purposeful, intentional life, making choices that are intentional when it comes to my purchases and just my everyday choices. So for me, I really found that I needed to start going through my stuff because I was just keeping things around just to have them. So if you can relate with that, definitely stay watching because I'm going to be showing you what my collection looks like now. And I can tell you guys that I used to have a 10-drawer organizer that was packed full of makeup, and I now can fit all of my makeup into little bins, which I can kind of show you. These two bins right here is where I keep all of my makeup, and then I have some of my makeup up here on top. So that is where I'm keeping all of my makeup right now, and it all fits in there. I use these little storage containers from Sephora, or not from Sephora, from Dollar Tree, and I'm just a lot happier. I'm not denying myself purchases. I'm not denying myself makeup because it is a hobby and it's something that brings me joy, but I'm no longer keeping things just to keep them. If they don't serve a purpose or they don't bring me joy, there's no reason to have it. So all of the makeup I'm about to show you are things that I really love to use or things that I'm testing out. I like to give everything a fair shot before I declutter or pass on or throw it out. So I want to give every makeup item that I purchased at least a month or two to try it and be playing with it and see how I feel about it. If I don't want to reach for it in that span of time, or I find that I don't like it in that span of time, then it's going. It's not staying in my collection. So yeah, I hope that explains everything. And I'm calling this an inventory because it's kind of a video diary of me looking through what I have, showing you guys what I have so you can keep me accountable, and being real with you guys about the amount of things that I own, so that yeah, I can have some accountability because I consider you guys family. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to break this down into 7 categories. I'm going to be doing face products today, like complexion products, and then I'm going to show you guys my eye products, lip products. We'll go ahead and do nail polish, body care, and then at the very end I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my lip smacker collection, and then after that we'll go ahead and do a vanity tour. So stay tuned for those videos. Hopefully I can get them out to you fairly quickly. Also, please keep in mind that these might be pretty lengthy because I'm taking you through each individual product. If you don't like these type of videos, that's totally fine. Just go ahead and click out. But if you're into collection videos and mini reviews, definitely stay tuned. You may want to pause the video here and grab a snack because, yeah, it might be a long one. I do apologize, but let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, I wanted to show you guys that I keep my complexion products, and when I say complexion, I mean like my foundations and concealers and blushes, highlighters, that sort of thing in here in this little bin, and then it sits over here on the little shelf. So my vanity is on the floor right now. I like it that way because I'm weird and I like to sit on the floor. But yeah, I love these bins from Dollar Tree. They make great organizational tools, and again, they're $1, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and start with foundations. The first thing I have here is my Aveeno Positively Radiant CC Cream. This is a decent CC cream. It's very hydrating if you have dry skin. I do recommend this. I actually just placed an order about a week ago to e.l.f. because I wanted to try their tinted moisturizer and their BB cream. I'm a big fan of a light coverage base. I don't really like full coverage. I don't like feeling like I have a lot of product on my face. So these type of products tend to be what I use as like my quote-unquote foundation. But yeah, it's a good one. It's very hydrating. It has an SPF of 30. This one is normally pricey. I think it's originally around $15. I got this on super sale at CVS for like $3. So definitely would recommend this one. I do have one primer. It's the Milani Prime Light Face Primer, and it's a luminizing primer. It kind of has like a pearly finish. I really like this, and I definitely would repurchase it because it's great for my dry skin. It makes me look luminous without looking like I'm sweating my face off, and I really do feel like it does what it says. It helps with minimizing my pores, helps my foundation last longer, and it doesn't feel like that heavy silicone primer that I don't really like the way that feels on my face. This is very lightweight, so totally recommend. And Milani is a cruelty-free company, if you didn't know, which is awesome, so I love supporting them. I have two foundations. The first one is the Wet n Wild Cover All, or not Cover All, I used to have that one. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and I have the shade Nude Ivory, which I actually think it says it on the front. It does. This is a really nice consistency. It's very, very liquidy, which I kind of like because it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. The only thing I'm not sure about is the shade. For me, it might be just a little bit too light, and then also it's a little bit drying. I'm not sure. I might try mixing like some beauty oil with it and see if I like it better that way. But I like that it gives a pretty full coverage. I would say probably medium coverage. Medium to full depending on how much you build it up without feeling like you're wearing a heavy foundation. So I haven't had it that long. I can't give too much a review, but so far so good with this one. Here's my other foundation. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. This one has a pump, and I actually just got this from my sister. I have the shade Creamy Vanilla, and as far as I know, this is the lightest shade, and I'll be honest with you, I have a light complexion leaning a little bit medium, like a hair medium in the summer because I do have a warmer undertone in my skin, and this is not light. If this is the lightest shade that they have, if you have very fair or porcelain skin, this is going to look way too dark on you. I don't know how deep the line goes as far as the deep complexions. If you have deeper skin and you've tried out this line, please let us know in the comments if they have a good, you know, array of shades for those of us with deep skin. And then if you are fair and you've gotten a lighter shade than this, let me know because I'd be interested in trying a lighter shade. So yeah, it's a good foundation. It does have really good coverage and it lasts a really, really long time on the skin. But it's just a little bit too dark for me. So I still use it. I can make it work, but again, for the lightest shade, this is definitely not that light. I have the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set, which I love. I use this all the time. It's my favorite setting spray, and that's basically all I can say about it is it's awesome, and I've already ordered a backup because it's that good. I do kind of want to try the hard candy one. I've heard good things about that, but I'm just so in love with this one that I'm probably just going to stick with it, to be honest. Okay, moving on to bronzers. Actually, let's do concealers. I have two concealers. I have the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer in the shade Fair, and I actually didn't know that they had a lighter shade than this, so next time I purchase this, which I will be repurchasing because I really like it, I'll get the lighter shade. This one's good for blemishes on my face, but I'm probably going to need a lighter shade for under my eyes if I want it like a brightening effect. But it's a great concealer, it doesn't crease, and it lasts all day, which is awesome. And then I also have the e.l.f. Cover Everything Concealer. This one is a little bit more of a thicker cream concealer type consistency, and I do like this for covering redness in my cheeks, but I don't like it under my eyes because it creases. I don't think I'll repurchase this, but I am going to use it up when I'm using my CC cream during the day. This is something nice to add a little extra coverage if I need to in my cheek area, or like on my forehead, or if I have a pimple or something like that. But again, I probably won't be repurchasing this. Okay, let's talk face powders. I have this Poor Sad face powder. This is the Physicians Formula Talc-Free Mineral Wear Airbrushing Face Powder. I think that's what it's called. It's the one that comes in the shiny blue packaging. And I got this from Walmart with 2 other products. It came with a bronzer and a blush. All of the products were awesome. I just ended up decluttering the blush and bronzer because I had similar colors and I thought my mom might enjoy using them. The powder, however, is awesome, so I kept it. It's more like a powder foundation. You can see I've hit pretty major pan on this. I love this in conjunction with my CC cream because my CC cream has very light coverage. This gives me that full coverage I'm looking for, and it does not cake up on my dry skin. Now, I wouldn't recommend this for a setting powder because it is heavy. It has a heavy consistency to it, which I know I said I don't like that, but on top of a CC cream, I don't mind it. On top of foundation, it just looked way too heavy on my dry skin. If you have oily skin, though, you may really like this for, you know, setting foundation, because I could see this being good at controlling oil. So yeah, I love this and definitely will be repurchasing. Okay, I also have the Wet n Wild Cover All Pressed Powder. This powder, this is my first time trying it, and this is awesome, you guys. It is the softest powder. I don't know if any of you guys remember the Revlon Nearly Naked pressed powder that they discontinued. That was my favorite face powder forever. And I was so sad when they discontinued it because it had like the softest consistency. This feels exactly the same. And it has really good coverage. It never looks cakey. You literally could pile this on your face and it doesn't look like you're wearing powder. At least on me it doesn't, and I have dry skin. I just got a shade that's a little bit too light, so I have to be careful that I don't apply too much or it can look ashy. I might actually end up giving this to my sister and then purchase a deeper shade because I think this would be a perfect match for her. So I might do that. But yeah, this is a really good powder and I definitely recommend it. My last face powder is this one by e.l.f. and this is the tone correcting powder. This is an excellent setting powder. I like to use this as a finishing powder. So what I'll do is I'll do all of my makeup, like my blush, my bronzer, and everything except for my highlighter, and then I'll take a really big fluffy kabuki brush and I will buff this over top of my blush and bronzer to kind of make sure that they're just really blended into my skin and they don't look patchy, and then I'll apply my highlighter afterwards. It's also a great touch-up powder throughout the day if you are getting oily in your T-zone. It works great for that. You can just buy a little puff to keep in here because it doesn't come with a sponge, or, you know, keep a makeup brush in your purse, whatever you choose. But it's awesome, and I like that you get the option of this yellow shade that kind of works like a banana powder if you want to set your concealer underneath your eyes. It works good for that as well. So for $3, totally recommend this one. Okay, let's talk bronzers because we've done all of the face powders. I only have 2 individual bronzers. I have some that are also in palettes. The first one is actually a blush. It's the City Color Be Matte Blush in Toasted Coconut. This has kind of a red undertone to it, but it is really pretty and I do enjoy it. These powders feel like butter and they're super inexpensive. So if you're looking for a good quality bronzer, definitely check this one out. I don't like using it for contouring or anything like that, but it is really pretty, kind of lightly dusted on the high points of my face to give me some warmth. Okay, I also have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is a very new purchase. My sister talked me into it, and I love their packaging. I know some people think it's really bulky and annoying, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm getting like something high-end when I get these. I don't know, that's just me, but I love the really pretty, like, what do you call that, like embossed pattern on here. But this smells, first of all, delicious, and I have the darker of the two shades. I think this one, yeah, this is the bronzer shade, and I think the other one's like light tan or something like that. This is more ashy in tone, and it works as a contour on me and also works as a bronzer. So I like it because it's multi-purpose. Also, I like this for my dry skin because it doesn't ever patch up or look really like choppy or cakey on my skin. And yeah, I just really can't say anything bad about this. I haven't used it that much yet, but the times that I have used it, I've just been in love with it. I think it's awesome. It is a little bit on the pricey side for drugstore, but I think it's well worth it in my opinion. Okay, let's move on to blushes. I have four individual blushes right here. The first one is the Butter Blush in Plum Rose. My sister actually bought this for me, and this is one of those blushes that kind of looks like really boring in the pan, but when you put this on your face, it just is magical. It really is magical, especially if you have a similar skin tone to me, which is like a light, fair skin tone with a warmer undertone. This has a cool tone to it, and when I put this on my cheeks, it looks like I'm naturally blushing. Like, it doesn't look like I'm wearing blush, it just looks like I have a healthy complexion, like I've been working out and eating right, which I should be doing anyway, but it just gives that appearance to my face, and I couldn't believe how pretty it looked when I put it on, because it just looked kind of like in the pan, you know. But I definitely would recommend this if you have a similar skin tone to mine and you like natural makeup looks. I don't like using this in conjunction with bronzer, but on its own, it's really, really pretty. I have two of the Be Matte blushes, and sorry I'm not swatching everything, guys. It's just this video is going to be long as it is, so I don't want to like make you sit here forever. But if you want reviews or swatches on anything, please let me know. I can either swatch them on my Instagram, or I can, yeah, I could do like a swatch video on my blushes or something like that if you want to see them. But this is the Be Matte blush by City Color in Blackberry. I'm obsessed with this color. I've only used it once, and it was too like kind of fall toned for me for the summer, but I cannot wait to use this in fall and winter. I think it's going to be so pretty, especially with like a rosy toned eyeshadow look. Oh yeah, I'm so excited to use that. And I got these off of Amazon actually in a set of four for like $5 or something, and I ended up decluttering the really hot pink one because it was just way too bright for my skin tone. But this one I love. This is Fresh Melon, and it is just that. It's a really fresh, just healthy looking blush on the cheeks, and these are so buttery, you guys, like so buttery, and they blend beautifully into the skin. You would not know that you bought a cheap blush. Like, it feels like you bought something from like Sephora or like a makeup counter. It's awesome. Okay, I also have this Wet n Wild blush in the shade Rose Champagne. If you've never tried these blushes, you're missing out because they're really good for the price. And this is one of my favorite everyday blushes. It has a slight luminosity to it, which actually makes it like a one and done product. I don't need bronzer or highlighter when I'm wearing this because it gives me just that really healthy glow to the skin. And I love this in my collection because if I don't know what blush to wear, this one will always look appropriate because it's very natural. If you have deeper skin tone than mine, this may not work for you. You might even be able to use it as a highlighter if you like a really natural highlighter. But yeah, it's a really pretty blush, and I recommend checking it out if you've not tried it. Okay, let's do highlighters, and then we can do, I have 3 face palettes to show you guys, and then we will be done. Okay, I'm missing one highlighter right here. Okay, so I have them all right here. I have the e.l.f. Shimmering Facial Whip in the shade Lilac Petal, and I don't know that you guys are going to be able to see that. Yeah, Lilac Petal. These are phenomenal. If you've not tried them, they're $1 and they remind me of the Becca like liquid illuminators, or like, you know, like Benefit's High Beam and things like that. Just those liquidy highlighters that you can mix into your foundation, or you can just pat on your cheekbones. They're beautiful. It's so luminous. This one I will just quickly show you guys, just so you can see how pretty it is, because it's so like reflective and beautiful, and this is not even doing it justice. I wish I could be out in the sunlight to show you guys how pretty these are. They smell like candy. You can use them on your lips, your cheeks, or your eyes, and they look beautiful. I've used them on my eyes. I've used them on my lips underneath of a clear gloss, or in the center of my lip on top of lipstick. Beautiful product. Totally recommend. I also have, and they have other shades as well, I also have this highlighter by Wet n Wild, and I actually just bought this like maybe a month ago, and I really haven't used it, so I need to get to using it. I think I might have used it once, but this is When the Nude Strikes, and it's just a chubby stick, and I like these type of highlighters right now because, again, my skin is dry, and I find that these just look a little bit more natural on my skin tone. So I will let you guys know if you want a review on this. I can do that, but I'll let you know what I think of it once I've used it a little bit more. I can tell you about this product though. This is the e.l.f. Shimmer Palette, and what I can tell you is that I absolutely love this. I feel like this is a very underrated product. It's a cream palette of highlighters that you can use, again, on your eyes, lips, or face. I wouldn't recommend using these as eyeshadows because they do crease, but on the brow bone or inner corner, they're beautiful. On your cheekbones, they're beautiful, and on your lips, they're beautiful. They blend like butter, and they're just awesome. Check it out for $3. You cannot go wrong, you guys. It's really, really pretty. Okay. I have two powder highlighters. I have this one from Becca. This is Champagne Pop. My sister gifted this to me, and yeah, I'm very grateful to her because this is not in my budget, you guys. These are so expensive. I want to say these are like, for one product, is it like $40 or something like that? I don't even know, but I can't afford it. So, but yeah, she gave this to me and I love it. It's beautiful, and that's all I've got to say about that. I feel very luxurious when I'm using it. So thank you, Lindsay. I love it. So it's probably my favorite powder highlighter right now. I also have this Wet n Wild Fergie highlighter that I got from the Dollar Tree, and this is in Rosé Champagne Glow. This is just gorgeous. I love this highlighter so much. It's so just like fairy, I don't know, like fairy dust on your cheeks. It has a really pretty pinky sheen to it that I'm really kind of into right now. I don't know why, but I just love the pink highlighters right now. And I like layering this on top of the pink shade in here. I think it looks really pretty. So yeah, love this. They have repackaged these. You can still get them, and I totally recommend these highlighters. You get like a ton of product in here. I mean, I use this a lot, you guys, and look, like it doesn't even look like I've used it. So yeah, awesome product. Okay. Let's hurry up and get to the face palettes. Oh my goodness, you guys, these videos are going to be long. This is the Broadway Powder Cheek Palette Kit, and I got this from Dollar General. It's in the shade Spring, and all I can say to you about these is that they are awesome. They also have one in the shade Summer, which comes with brighter shades. You get a highlighter and 3 blushes. These remind me of the consistency of the Be Matte blushes by City Color. They're very buttery, very smooth, blend just gorgeously onto the cheeks, and they last all day. So definitely don't hesitate to pick this up if you see it or you've been eyeing it up at Dollar General. It's well worth the $5 or $6 that I paid for it. I think it's worth even more. I would pay more for it, in all honesty, because it's that good. Okay, then I have the e.l.f. Cream Blush Palette in the shade Soft, and I'm obsessed with this. I actually use this more like a lip palette. I do like it on my cheeks, but these just make excellent lip colors. I'm obsessed with this pink shade right here, which is actually coming off more like a fuchsia, but it's not like it's looking the same color as my basket. It's actually more of a rosy pink and looks quite just fresh and springy on the lips. It's summer appropriate as well. But yeah, I totally recommend this palette. They also have a deep palette which has more purple and berry tones. I'm kind of considering getting that one because I love this one so much, but I'm not sure if I would get use out of it. If you have that one, let me know if you like it or if you like the colors. But yeah, this is awesome. I love it. Totally recommend it. It's great for your cheeks. I love it as a blush, and I love it as eyeshadow as well. I've used them as cream eyeshadows. So yeah, really, really awesome, versatile product. And it's only $6, which is great. And then last I have the e.l.f. blush palette in light. And I've actually customized this palette a little bit because I had bought the highlighting palette by e.l.f. and I didn't like it. I only liked this shade. So I decluttered the other 3 shades, and then I decluttered the chunky glittery coral blush in here. And now I can use it kind of like a travel palette. This works as a bronzer on me, so I can use, you know, use it like a bronzer, highlight, and blush palette when I travel. And these 2 blushes are awesome. They're beautiful. The highlighter is really subtle. You can actually use this to like set your under eyes as well. It's really pretty. So yeah, I totally recommend the blushes in these palettes. I think they're awesome. The highlighter palette, not so much. I wish they would sell the pans individually because I'd repurchase that white highlighter. I think it's really, really pretty. So yeah, that's all of my face products, you guys. Sorry that took so long. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely give me a thumbs up and stay tuned for the next video. Also, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can know when I post new videos. And just remember, as always, that you are beautiful, you are special and unique, and no one can tell you any different. All right, guys, I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.